Okay, so I was outside meditating and I was talking with spirit, and I was actually specifically talking with the energy of money. And we'll get into that later. That's a long story. But so I was like, I just talk to spirit like it's a fucking they're I'm not the best with explanations because I got too many words up here. I just talk to the air. It looks like when I'm talking to spirit to y'all, it looks like I'm just talking to the air. Like I'm just talking to an imaginary friend. Because that's kind of what I do in my head. But guess what? I get answers. And I was outside meditating in the sun. I had to get some sun. And I was like, man, I was crying, and it was a huge release moment. But I was like, what's going on, spirit? Like I literally just said out loud, I was like, man, like what's going on, spirit? Like I hate to see the world hurting the way it is right now. Like the whole fucking world. Like we're all out here ouching right now. And I was like, I hate to see this, Like even me, like I've been like existential depression. Why? Because I took a video and it cut off and I didn't get to finish explaining myself. But in the video I said, to be quite frank with you, I live a very abundant life. I'm very blessed. I have no reason to be like so emotional, like down to my bones. Like it is like a chill down to my bones. And it's unexplainable. It's kind of crazy, but it's happening to me. So, people can say what they want, whether it's, in my head or not, it's still happening. And it's still difficult to deal with. And it's still happening to almost everybody. So, what do we do? So what am I doing? I'm outside on a yoga mat, sitting on a yoga brick, talking to the energy of money like it's my best friend, trying to repair our relationship. Sweet energy. Anyway, so I just said out loud, I was like, what the fuck's going on, spirit? Like, can you tell me what's going on? Like, IDK, confused, LOL. And I just sat there and I was like, all right, what song do you want me to hear, spirit? What do you need me to hear right now? Because I usually talk to spirit through music. That's like my strongest connection. But so I open my Apple Music, and it's with me and spirit. It's always like when I ask a question and I'm going and looking for an answer externally for their signs, it's always going to be the first thing because your intuition's the first thing. It's always the first thing. And I usually feel it. And so I open it up and it wants me to listen to the feel good mix. Like, it plays music for you, it feel good music or whatever. And I mean, obviously I listen to a lot of spirituality music, like a lot. Like every time I listen to the feel good, it's like, I can't think of any names right now other than like Melanie Martinez. There's one. She's not spiritual, but that's an example. But I turn it on, and out of all the songs, it plays Drive by Incubus. And I started laughing. But then I sat there and I felt the urge to pull the lyrics up, so did. And y'all, I'm going to do this. I think that we need to do this. You need to go do this. You need to go do this because it answered my question. Also, I was reading about, our hair and how it's sacred and stuff. And I was reading about how they leave it in a bun up. I can't remember what they call it, but they leave it in a bun, because it's a spiritual antenna. And I put my hair up because, well, I don't know what my hair, it's insert comment here. But, talk about an antenna. So, and I was outside during this, during the sun. It's when you're supposed to, I didn't even think about that. I really didn't try and do that. That's neat. But anyway, so I'm sitting there and I started to cry while I was singing the song. Cause bro, if you haven't already done it, go do it. And then I got the urge to take the video, so I stopped listening. I put Incubus on pause, how dare I, and started to make that video that I'm going to include after this video. Whatever I do with this, I don't know where it's going, but I know that I'm putting it somewhere online because, like, somebody needs to hear this. I don't care if it's just one person, but this is gonna resonate with somebody, like, heavy. And if there's one thing I've always done, it's believe in myself. Anyway, I say that kind of feels like a lie though. Anyway, but while I was making the video, when it stopped, it was because what I was saying in the moment it made me think about this quote that I read this morning. And oh bro, that quote, bro. And I had to go find the quote, bro. And look, my son's got me back into saying bro. Yeah, so because, you know, whether you believe in planet shit or not, energy is real. And can you explain any of the fuckery? I didn't think so. Well, maybe you can. Maybe I'm just talking out my ass. Probably the latter. But anyway, it's on Medium. And the author is Lynn. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I don't want to butcher it. Lynn H. Buhub. Buhub. Life-changing ways to get your vibration back on days you can't get out of bed. No rituals, no tools. I just need your full attention for this one. That's the title. But this is what I need you guys to freaking hear. Because dang. Which, by the way, it's a really good post, though. But, do the bare minimum with full presence. No, that's not it. Where's that? Oh, yeah, it's the first one. Okay, be where you are. If you're rotting in bed, let that be so. If you're stuck in traffic, let that be so. If you're rotting in bed but need to get up and go to work, let that be so. Just be there. No commentary. I used to think my vibration dropped because I wasn't doing the right things. But I eventually realized that it was never my circumstances. It was my fight against it that kept it low. And that was when I was like, poof. I was constantly resisting what was, trying to spiritually perform my way out, trying to be positive about it. Literally me for 4 years almost. Because the journey's been over 4 years, but she gets it. Anyway, most of us aren't suffering because of where we are. We're suffering because we think we shouldn't be here, that we should have figured it out by now, that we should feel better, that we should feel more grateful, that this should have passed by now. I hear people say this all the time, and I am quick to say, whoa. Like, I have met people grown, like, expiration dates close kind of thing. Like, that's bad to say. But you get what I'm saying? It does not matter who you are, where you come from, what you look like. Everybody's got to struggle somewhere. Nobody's perfect. But we are all here for a specific reason. I have believed that since I was 5 years old. But the moment you drop the guilt and stop trying to bypass your humanity, which I already tried, You give your nervous system a break. The shift happens not when you escape your current state, but when you're no longer fighting it. So don't fight it. Don't overanalyze it. Don't feed it. Just be as is with it. And I got chills all over my body now because, damn. So the two songs, well, today, Spirit guided us to listen to Drive by Incubus. If you still haven't done that, why? Free will, you know. You can, what is it called? What is it? Autonomy. And the song that I've been singing in my head for 3 days now, out of nowhere, I can't even remember what it was that, it just out of nowhere, Come As You Are by Nirvana. Like, I really feel like that has some significance with, like, some shit that's about to go down. But I don't know what's about to go down. Because, I'm not a fortune teller, nor a, see into the future at all. Because I believe destiny changes. I believe fate changes. I also believe that true wisdom is knowing that we know nothing. So I think we should just try and have fun while we're here and do whatever the fuck, you know, as long as we're not hurting nobody. But, you know, that's just me. I'm going to leave it there. But this was my first video, and I wasn't going to do this. I was not going to do this. I was crying outside on my yoga mat. But I'm proud of myself for finally doing it. Because there's one thing I have always said since I was a little girl. And that's that I want to help people. I want to comfort them, and I want to, like, it's something that I've always been ridiculed for doing. But I've always heard you can't save them all, but then I realized you can save them all by saving yourself. So, love you guys.